Hey guys! So I have been completely slacking as far as doing baby updates monthly. I believe I did a 1 month update, and as of yesterday, Jacob is 4 months. So whoops. So I'm gonna just do one right now on the fly, no makeup, because this is how motherhood looks. My hair is up in a bun because he grabs at everything. So there you go. We're gonna go ahead and do an update, just completely raw and no script. I'm just gonna go for it and see what happens. In my last update, I talked about how we had some struggles with breastfeeding, and that was due to a tongue and lip tie that Jacob had. So we got his tongue tie revised at about a month old, and that helped a lot because before he couldn't properly suck because his tongue couldn't move properly. And then we decided to go ahead and get his lip tie revised as well. We had that done about a week and a half ago, and that has actually made a really big difference. We were on the fence about it initially because we felt like the tongue was more important, and it really was because he couldn't get a proper latch. But about 2 days after we revised his lip tie, I noticed he's going a lot longer between feedings, which is really good. When I go to my weekly lactation class that I still attend every week, he actually took in a lot more milk very quickly. Within I think 30-minute period, he took in about 5 ounces, which he's never ever done. Now he does that with the lip tie being revised. He'll go a couple of hours in between feeding, which is really nice for me because I get a little bit of a break, because before he was eating like every hour all the time, just constantly snacking throughout the day. Now that both the tongue and the lip tie are revised, he's going a lot longer between feedings because he notices more things around him. He gets distracted a lot, so he'll be eating and then he'll just look up at me. And he'll smile, which is just, oh my gosh, heart melting. And then he'll look around the room. So sometimes I kind of have to go to a quiet space for him to nurse without getting distracted. Jacob takes 2 to 3 naps during the day. It kind of depends on his mood and what we're doing, but the one nap I am guaranteed to get every day is his first nap of the day. So we'll wake up in the morning and I let him just kind of wake up naturally whenever that is. Sometimes it's 4 a.m., sometimes it's 8 a.m. It kind of depends on what time he went to bed the night before. And then we'll be up for an hour or two and he'll sit with me as I drink my coffee and eat my breakfast. And then he will have his own breakfast and then go to sleep. So he gets a morning nap every day, usually around 8:30, 9 o'clock, and he'll sleep until about 11:30. That is like my time to go take a shower, clean up any dishes, tidy up, just relax, whatever I need to do during that morning nap. The rest of the day, as far as naps, is kind of touch and go. If we're out and about, he'll actually sleep while we're running errands. He likes being in the car seat or in the stroller, and that just kind of relaxes him and puts him to sleep. Right now, he's taking a nap, and I think he's been asleep for about 20 minutes, so I might get another 30 minutes or so. He doesn't nap for very long, except for that first morning nap. Usually an hour is the maximum amount of time I get for afternoon naps. We don't really have a set bedtime because every night is different, and on nights that I work especially, he tends to stay up later because mommy's not home. He usually likes to nurse to go to sleep, and so if I'm not home around 7 or 8 o'clock, he just does not go to sleep that early. Usually when I'm working, I get home around 9:30 or so, and on those nights he'll go to bed usually by like 11, which is really late. As far as a routine, I usually give him a warm bath to relax him, and he likes just sitting in the water and feeling the warmth, and that just definitely calms him down. And then I usually give him some naked time, lay on a blanket and kick and roll around. Well, actually, he hasn't quite rolled over yet, so I say roll around, but he's not rolling. I put him on his tummy. He likes to look at himself in the mirror. I put him on his back and he likes to kick, and he kicks so hard. Oh my gosh, he's so strong. And he likes to squish toys and just look at me and smile. And then I usually read him a book, and then we look in the mirror because he loves looking at himself and me or daddy in the mirror. And then we sit and nurse until he falls asleep. And usually by that point, he's pretty tired, and so I will start to breastfeed him and he's asleep within 5 minutes. The challenge comes with putting him down. You guys see the crib behind me. This kid does not like to lay flat. So I try to put him in the crib. I'm really trying now. Some nights is okay and he'll sleep in here for an hour or two before waking up, and other nights he just won't do it. I tried the other night 5 times. 5 times, you guys. And the moment I start to put him down, he wakes up. So that's been a bit of a struggle. I guess he'll just do it when he's ready. So he pretty much just sleeps with us. He either sleeps in the bed with us or in the rock and play next to the bed, depending on what he's feeling that night, and that just works for us. And whatever gets all of us sleep is what works for us. For the most part, he's a pretty happy baby. He's really smiley and giggly in the morning. Towards the afternoon, like the later afternoon, 4, 5, 6 o'clock, he starts to get a little cranky just because he's tired. But for the most part, he is pretty happy. Like any baby, he has his moments where he just screams for no reason. And especially now because he's found his voice, he likes to just scream. And it's not necessarily that he's crying, he just screams. And he looks at you with a smile on his face and screams. That's the crazy part. He'll just look at you and go, "Wah!" And I'm like, "Okay, quiet down. You're very loud." I think I showed you guys at one point that I got this baby book. It's very simple. It has 12 pages, 1 page for each month. So you put a photo on this side and then you write the developmental stuff on this page. So we have been taking monthly pictures, we just haven't printed them out to put in this book, which is why you don't see a picture here. This works out very well for this video because since I didn't do a 2 and 3 month update, I can go ahead and read those ones to you guys and remember what he was doing at that time. So this is 2 months. On this one, I wrote big changes at 2 months was that he was finally gaining weight because at that point we were really starting to have some successful breastfeeding sessions. He's getting taller. He started wearing size 1 diapers and 0 to 3 clothing because at that point he was still wearing newborn clothes for the longest time and then suddenly had a growth spurt. This is 3 months. At 3 months, he was much more alert. He's really looking at people. He has much better neck control and he loves to look at everything. His big adventure at 3 months old was having Christmas Eve with my whole family. So that's a big family, about 35 people, so that was really, really fun. Everybody got to see him, and he got to sit on Santa's lap, which was adorable. I put on here, the cutest thing that he's done to date was yelling just before he sneezes. He's done that a few times. He'll have to sneeze, and he'll wind up, and he'll go, "Huh?" And then he yells and then sneezes. It's so funny. It cracks us up. I don't know why he does it, but it's hilarious. The last thing on the 3 month update is that people say he looks just like both of us. He definitely has my big blue eyes, but I think he looks a lot like Daddy with my eyes. What do you guys think? Every day is a little bit different. Some days I see my twin, other days I see Mike's twin, but he definitely has my big blue eyes, and I think that's why everybody thinks that he looks just like me. To catch you up to speed, today he is 4 months old. The biggest change that we've had in this month is that he started teething. He drools like crazy. There's constantly drool coming out of his face. It just pours out. It's nuts. He's been really cranky in the afternoons and his little gums on the bottom are really red and he's constantly got his hands in his mouth. He likes to chew on his pointer finger and thumb and he puts them in his mouth and chews on them, so I think both sides of his gums are really sore, and so that's just how he soothes himself. He likes to grab at things on his little play mat. He likes to grab at the mobile, and he's actually pulled it down a few times. He's really strong now, so that's crazy. And the things that comfort him now are mommy's milk. Obviously, that's the first thing that I do to calm him down is I just offer him a boob and it calms him down for the most part. And if I'm not around, other things that work are blow dryer, the vacuum. The vacuum works wonders, you guys. If you have a cranky baby and you just are at a loss and you don't know what to do, start that vacuum up. I don't know what it is about that sound, but if it doesn't put him to sleep, it always calms him down. Whatever it is, the loud noise just makes him stop crying and then he'll just stare. The other things that calm him down is Daddy playing guitar, which I love as well because I love watching Mike play guitar and Jacob just loves it, so that's really sweet. And the last thing that he's really started doing in the last couple of days is he's actually noticed the cats. He'll look at Zeus and Athena and watch them walk around the room, so that's new. He just started doing that a couple of days ago. I mentioned that he's not rolling over just yet, but he has rolled 3 times now. They were all at 3 separate days, 3 separate occasions. We have caught none of them on camera, unfortunately. The most recent one was yesterday at the doctor, actually, at his 4-month visit. We had him on the examination table in just his little diaper and he was laying on his tummy. Very controlled. He just completely turned over on his back and then he just looked at us like, "Oh, hi guys. There you are." It wasn't an accident. He did it on purpose and we did not catch it on camera, and we tried to make him do it again and it just didn't happen. So he's like this close to being able to do it all the time. He has not rolled over from back to tummy just yet, but he does roll from his back to his side and he likes to sleep on his side. So he's getting really, really close. The last update I have for you guys is his weight and length. So as of yesterday at the doctor, he weighed in at 12 pounds, 15 ounces. So he's 1 ounce away from 13 full pounds, and he is 24.5 inches long. He's getting bigger and he's learning new things and he's smiling so much and we just love him so much. Thank you guys for watching my on the fly update with no makeup and my hair up in a bun, because that's real life. Hopefully I will do one of these soon. I don't know if I'll do a 5-month update, but I definitely want to do a 6-month update because that is already half a year. Can you guys believe that? If you guys have any questions for me about how Jacob's doing or anything that I missed since I did this completely unscripted, go ahead and leave that in the comments below and I will answer your questions. Thanks for watching. Bye.